Hello, beautiful souls. I'm so glad that you could join with me. We are here to pull a few daily cards from the collective. We had two pop out right there. So let's get right into it. It appears that we have some really beautiful vision stuff going on here. Lots of wands energy. Really good for creating those concepts and ideas and being inspired and doing the work behind what needs to be accomplished. There's always this period of time where we have to really get honed in and make sure that we're ready to embark upon something. It takes a lot of effort to bring your visions to life. And more than anything, there's that early evolution of your concept, but then we get distracted and we get pulled away by all different aspects of life. And it's so hard to really finalize the details behind what it is that you want. So you created this beautiful vision and you've been really kind of coming up with the supportive structure behind it, because you know that it's more than just an idea. If you want to bring it to life, you really have to kind of write some stuff down. I'm getting like business plans. I'm getting, you actually have to sign up for school. You have to apply for that loan. You have to get that DBA, get that LLC, get that paperwork started, look into that copywriting. I'm getting like, get the official stuff started so that you have it all at your disposal, ready to go when you're ready to launch. It's done. These aren't things that can just be kind of like, oh, I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about it. Do you want to finish your degree? You need to fill out that FAFSA form, or you need to figure out what you're going to do for your student loans. You need to apply to the school of choice. You need to get your transcripts together. There's stuff that needs to be done, right? We actually have to put the structure behind the vision. It's a beautiful vision. There's so much there. And there's also so much that needs to be done. What's going to require from you the most at this point is, first and foremost, you got to focus. I'm getting structure, schedule, planning, writing down a to-do list and checking them off. I'm getting actually setting aside uh, time each day to work on specific goals, like putting something into place that's actually tangible, doable. Let's get out of the foggy head and the chatting about it and the dreams. It's super fun to discuss these things over and over and over again, but at some point, if you really want to see this come to fruition, if you really want to see this be born into the physical world, you got to focus. Now, you know that it's really easy to be detoured. And in fact, you've heard it from people. You've heard them tell you that your ideas aren't that great. You've heard people tell you the stuff that's not going to work, and this is too hard, and you can't pull this off, and you can't do this. And how are you going to do this and this? I was told for years that it would be impossible for me to pull off the things that I am currently doing, that I'm doing right now. For years, I allowed those things to dictate my actions. And I finally said, I wonder what happens. So if I stop listening to that, I stop having these conversations with other people, and I start just listening to my intuition, and I start being my own pep talk. Say, no, Nikki, sit down. Let's do this. You can do this, Nikki. It's not scary. It's not scary. It's not scary when you actually get into it. In fact, a lot of times you're going to get into this and you're going to go, why didn't I do this a long time ago? I don't know. Because the power of self-talk is so much stronger than we realize. If you've been talking yourself out, or you've been letting other people talk you out of what it is that you see that you want for your future, the time to stop is now. In fact, you need to change that. You need to write down some affirmations. I am. I will. This is happening for me. Not it's gonna, I want it. I hope that, no, 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 no. I am doing it. I will accomplish this. It's already done. I'm here now doing the work. We've got that is what kills it. This is what hurts us. Excuses, pointing fingers. I wish I had, for years, I had these reasons why I couldn't accomplish the things I'm doing right now. And while you could argue that some of those may have been valid reasons, like you could legitimately say, wow, that is hard that you had to go through that. That also wasn't doing anything to change the situation. It is what it is. Nothing has changed. Those things are still true. The difference is that I have taken my mindset to a different place and I have started to look for solutions for these things rather than allowing these excuses to permeate the mentality that I have about it. I can't blame anyone else. I'm a big old grown up and I've been a grown up for a long time. It's nobody else's fault. My past, it's my past. And you know what? There's people that have suffered far more than I did, and they've still accomplished all their goals. And there might be people sitting out there right now making excuses who've not suffered nearly what you've suffered. So, what's the excuse? We really have to take responsibility. These cards together here, they're saying you're the one that can make it or break it for you. So, what are you choosing? Okay, we've got this second pull here. We've got a healing chaos, and we've got this inner earth, new solutions, new beginnings. The first thing that we address when we're healing the chaos in our own minds and our hearts is we have to reel it in. I strongly believe that as much as other people love us, they can sometimes make things a lot more difficult to deal with. Because you're not listening to your own instincts, you're not listening to your guides, you're not allowing your feelings to be felt. You're instead seeking the opinions of other people. Other people are going to, with their best intentions in mind. Mind you, we're not criticizing them for loving us and being there for us. But with their best intentions at heart, they are projecting their own experiences onto you. I cannot tell you how many times I have tried to talk to someone while having a relationship issue who was either going through their own relationship issues or during a healing period of themselves after a breakup, that they have given me some advice that it it didn't apply to my situation at all. And they meant so well. They really did. But that simply wasn't the case for me. We're experiencing our own lives, our own paths, and our own lessons. We can't say whether or not they're we're not saying they're behind us in healing or in front of us in healing. No, 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 no. We're just experiencing things differently. We have different lessons to learn. They're sitting there giving me advice that I maybe already knew. And so in my mind, I have all these extra thoughts and considerations and things that don't necessarily apply, but they're there and it adds chaos and cloudiness to the situation at hand. When really what I needed to do is sit back with myself and kind of calm it down, simplify it. What's the first thing that you can address? What's one thing out of what's going on in your life that you can do something about, even if it's just one small step? Break it down to the most basic thing. You've got 5 bills that need to be paid. What's the one that needs to be paid first? Make sure that you've addressed the other ones. Contact them. See which ones will work with you. Give you extensions. Give you payment arrangements. There's things that you can do to calm things down. But you have to take action in that, and you can't have all of this other feedback and noise from other people occurring at that time. It just overcomplicates things. We love them. Thank you for being there. Sometimes we just needed the hug. Bring that chaos back in, rein it in, and start focusing on the things that you can control. So maybe it's not bills. Bills are the least of your worries. You've got 3 friends over here having a feud, and your family has a health crisis going on, and you personally have a mess in your house. Okay. What's one thing that we can handle? One thing. Bring it back to basics. We can't control the health conditions of other people, right? We can be there for them. We can love them. We can even give them suggestions. We can offer to take them to the doctors and do their testing. Beyond that, our worrying about it isn't going to fix anything. Just send them your healing love. Be there for them. Other than that, focus on what you can control. Is your living environment chaos? Because that's something that you can do something about very easily. Set aside 1 hour. 1 hour. Pick one room. Pick one task. If the whole house is a mess, do one chore. Just do the dishes. Just the dishes. Just the laundry. Just clean the bathroom. You don't have to do it all at once, babe. You don't have to do everything at once. You just got to focus on what you can control. And as soon as you start to rein all that energy in, you start to see where you can handle things. Now, your environment is in a state that makes a lot more sense. It's not so chaotic to you. Now I can rest. Now I can think about that feud between my friends. Is there a way that I can help this situation? Can I mediate in some way? Can I be a go-between in some way and instill some balance to it? If not, it's not your issue. Leave it outside in the storm. Bring that calm inside. The focus is on allowing yourself to handle situations with a different mindset. The focus is on, instead of worrying and anxiety about these problems, we think about the things that we can fix. If we can't fix it, is it something that needs to just be thrown away? Because sometimes you're holding on to relationships and situations and individuals that are not even worthy of all of this energy at all. When you feel exhausted after being with someone or having a conversation with someone, sometimes that's a sign from the universe that you need to take that energy back, maybe pull back a little bit, and maybe that friendship has run its course. That's hard to hear for some people, because I can hear spirit telling me right now that people weren't ready for that. No, you got to fix your friendships. You hold on to them, because all those friends from high school, they matter, right? Nah. Actually, I found that as a mature adult, some of my not friends from high school are more valuable to me today than they were in the past. People that I developed friendships with years and years ago no longer make sense to me, but I was able to reconnect with people from my past. And now we're at the level that makes sense. Now we're at a different level. So sometimes we just need to be reevaluating. Does something need a new start? Does it need to be cleared out? Does it need a new beginning entirely? I'm also getting from spirit that there is an opportunity for you to start fresh in some way. And a lot of it is being inhibited by the fact that you're allowing all these factors to influence you. And so spirit's saying, hey, 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 bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. What does your heart say? What does your intuition say? What are your guides telling you? You're not asking for opinions of other people. Feel it inside. Bring it down, calm it down. Okay, this is a new message here. We've got some really great stuff here. This is another pull. This may or may not resonate with everyone today. The dog spirit is about reconnecting yourself with the things that are still critical to your life, that are still important. Be loyal to what you love. And then we've got sacred purpose, this eternal flame, and this ancestral legacy. We're reconnecting with things that made sense to us when we were young, and we maybe lost connection to that. I'm getting, for some of you, there was something that you celebrated with a grandparent or a great grandparent. There was something that was a part of their life that you felt strongly connected to, or it was something that when you were a child you used to do this, and there were people that said, oh, so and so was really like this or into this. And there was a connection from you as a child, you as a young person, doing something or being a certain way that connected you to an elder in your family. There is some lineage here, some connection to your guides, some to your ancestral guides. Specifically, I'm getting like this is ancestral community, um, feeling called to return to these things. For some of you, I'm getting this is like either a cultural crafting or cultural artwork. So, like, for example, I saw some beadwork. Um, I'm seeing like the dyeing of prints and silks and things of that nature, weaving and things like that. I'm seeing pottery. I'm seeing these ancient arts that were skilled crafts. These were things that people spent their entire lives developing their skills. And you had this natural tendency to do these things at one point, and maybe even showed some natural inclination. For some, I'm getting musicians. For some, I'm getting healing arts or even energy healing, like the type of work that we're doing here. You're getting called back to something that has been a part of your roots and a part of your bloodline and a part of your history the entire time. This reconnects you with some individuals in your family, in your community, that is truly aligned with your real purpose. Now, as much as we might fall in love with our workplace or we might fall in love with these other things, and in some cases we're fortunate enough to be able to connect these things. For some of you, this you go and do the capitalist thing and you pay for living, existing and breathing and such, but that doesn't give you the type of fulfillment. You're not actually called to do that in that same way. We have to do what we have to do to survive, but we require a level of balance in order to feel truly fulfilled. So for this, I'm feeling, for some of you, you have to make time to spend time doing this. You need to sign up for that pottery class. You need to start painting again. You need to go to that gathering where you're sitting. I'm feeling for some of you like a bingo hall. Like sometimes it's just as simple as reconnecting with elders, reconnecting with your community in some way, taking some time to just truly be present among other people and feel accepted and wonderful just existing there. You don't have to even create anything. It's not even about like, oh, I got to pick this up because I've got to do this. No, you don't have to do it for anybody but you. These are things that are going to give you joy and fulfillment and provide you with balance. And as you experience this balance, as you feel more connected to yourself, as you're healing yourself, you're going to start really understanding what the nature of this is and what the purpose of this is. Perhaps there is someone that you're going to connect with that gives you a deeper understanding of why you needed to take that painting class, or why you went and signed up to join a choir. You're going to remember, you're going to start feeling that connection again. And so that's what the message I'm getting here from Spirit is, that this is your call to heed that natural instinct to be present with the things that give you joy and peace separate from anything else. This is what's going to get you back in alignment. This is what's going to help you feel balanced. Thank you so much for joining with me today, for joining me on your healing journey. I love to hear from you. Many blessings.